If you're looking at moving to Memphis, you're doing your own research, there are a lot of articles and posts out there that you're going to find. And so one thing that we want to do here on this channel is take these and give you a little more insight, because some of the articles are good, some of them not so good. And this is one of them that I'm sure people are going to see, because it's the kind of questions you get. Where do you not want to go to? Like, maybe you want to come to Memphis. You like certain areas, but what are some areas that you should avoid? So that's things that people ask a lot. And so you're going to end up on one of these articles. So we found one today, the top 5 most dangerous neighborhoods in Memphis. It's from upgradedhome.com, and we will put the link down in the description below. But in this video, we're going to be running through this. We're going to give you some extra insight on these areas, because obviously, just like anything, it's not all bad. And there's more that you need to know than what they cover here in this article. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So if you want to see that, stick around. We're about to get after it right now. What's up, everybody? I'm Jared.
I'm Kris.
We're here with the Moving to Memphis channel right here in Memphis, Tennessee. We're making content like this, giving you extra insight, giving you info, taking you around, showing you all the different areas in and around the city of Memphis. That's the kind of stuff that you're looking for. You need to get down there, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell. That way you'll get notified when our videos come out. We've got them coming out every single week. You definitely don't want to miss those. And then also, if there's a question you have about these areas, you think we left something out, maybe you like an area that this article calls bad, you think it's good, or vice versa, whatever it is, let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to know. Put that down there in the comments. That's what we want to see. And if you're local and you're giving us your insight on this, that's going to help people who are moving here as well. And that's who's watching this video. So help them out. Leave us a comment down there to help those people out. Help them get the true feeling of what it's like here in Memphis. So do that. And then if you're that person who is watching this because you are thinking about moving to the Memphis area, you got to take it one step further.
Yeah, reach out to us. Give us a call. Send us a text. We want to talk to you. I want to give you my opinion on these areas, because I'm a lifelong Memphian and I've got a totally different opinion of most of these areas than what the article is saying.
Yeah, y'all. So we're going to run through this and give you this rundown here. So if you've come across this article before or not, like I said, we're going to link it down below. I got some other helpful links about the area that you can always find down in the description. More information about these and other areas in the city, different places to live, schools, all that kind of stuff. We put that down in the description, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, so starting out the article here, you got actually a really nice picture of Beale Street here. I think this is about sunrise, probably. Yeah. Looking like coming up from this way. But yeah, Beale Street, everybody knows Beale Street, downtown Memphis. It's the party spot where you go to have a good time.
That's right.
A lot of cool stuff down there, a lot of historical stuff actually that they just keep going. They've got, hey, what's that, the building that's like held up by I've been meaning to ask you this.
Yeah, that's Silky O'Sullivan, man. That's one of the oldest bars on Beale Street. Great place, man.
Why do they have it just held up?
I think that's just decoration.
Is it decoration?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was like, whatever. Yeah, it's a thought. Yeah. I'm learning things with y'all too. All right, y'all. So this article, the way they determined the different neighborhoods here, the factors that they're using, and I want to throw into, there's no date on this article that I could find. So you may be seeing this. I don't know when they made this article. Most articles will have a date. This one doesn't have it. So I don't know if this is 5 years old, 10 years old, came out last week. I don't know. But they use unemployment rate, the population density, real estate costs, current state of business, so companies there, and then of course crime rate is going to be a big factor in determining the 5 most dangerous or worst neighborhoods that they're calling in Memphis. So the first one on the list, Shelby Forest, Frasier, which kind of a couple different areas really, but so they've got violent crime here, property crime. What do you know about this area and where is it? So
that sits north of downtown. That's part of North Memphis, I would call it. Frasier is at least. But I wouldn't lump those two together. Shelby Forest is more of a rural area. Frasier is one of the original towns in Memphis, and so I'm not sure I would lump those two together. Yeah, so it's right there on that, like I said, the north side of Memphis. Location-wise, it's not bad. You're close to all the stuff, The older people in Memphis will tell you that Frasier has some of the prettiest land in Memphis. There's lots of hills and valleys and big mature trees, so Frasier, I mean, it's a poor part of town. The income levels are pretty low, as you can see, the article says. So, you know, a little bit of crime comes along with that, but there's a lot of pride in that community. Everybody in Memphis knows Frasier. It's the butt of a lot of jokes, but I'm not sure I would lump it together with Shelby Forest. Shelby Forest is a park that sits just the east side of the Mississippi River. And man, that's a great place to go camping, hiking. They've got fishing there. If you're into frisbee golf, there's a great frisbee golf course there everybody in town knows about. So I don't know, Jared, I'm going to disagree with number one starting out and say that Shelby Forest is a good place to be had with family and friends. And Frasier is, although it may be one of the lower income areas, it still has positive things to offer in that part of town.
Yeah, and I will say, since I don't know how old this article is, I don't know if that's an accurate number for today. Yeah, it may not be far off, but you know, take those with a little bit of a grain of salt. We don't really know how old these numbers are. And this one's kind of funny because we did another video you may have already seen, the best areas to move to in Memphis and downtown. What's on that? And
downtown was on the best parts of Memphis to move to, and now it's on the worst part of town. So I would say that downtown made this list simply because the nightlife that happens downtown, everybody's partying and drinking on Beale Street, and with that comes along a little bit of animosity, a little bit of problems. So I would say that downtown made the list simply because of the nightlife.
Yeah, I mean, and Memphis is a pretty good sized city. You know,
Memphis is huge, man. It's a huge metropolitan area. First of all, I mean, expands. It's huge, and I think the population of the Memphis city is somewhere around 750,000. And once you expand out into the county, Shelby County, it's close to 1 million people. So, I mean, with that many people in an area, obviously there's a few bad apples.
Especially with a place where when you've got, I mean, you know, think of like, I don't know, New Orleans, you've got Bourbon Street and, you know, the cities that have these streets, you know, you've got all these kind of districts. You're gonna have crime. Now, is it all violent, or is it just people getting out and having a little bit too good of a time? You know, I don't know.
I would rate it with just a little bit too much fun.
Yeah, so that's what's going on there. There's a lot of cool places downtown, like we said on our other video about the best places to move to. Some old buildings that have been kind of renovated there. You can get kind of little high-rise condo apartment type places there too. So that is some neat stuff downtown. So I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. If you're doing the research, you're seeing the same thing. You're seeing some of the best neighborhoods are also some of the worst neighborhoods. So that's why these articles don't tell the full story.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, they've got number 3 at Parkway Village / Oak Haven.
So I think Parkway Village has a little bit of government housing in that area, so maybe that plays into it a little bit. But there again, hey Jared, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I'm not going to talk too bad about these areas. I mean, there's a lot of poverty in that area, so obviously that plays into the crime. But for the most part, these people just want to live and have a good time, and sometimes it goes a little over the edge. Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's kind of going to be the case, you know, with all these areas.
Yeah.
Really, you know, that's where the problem comes from. And it's important to note there's a lot of efforts going on here too to help with those issues in the city.
Programs, there's programs for the kids to keep them out of trouble. Something I showed you yesterday was Employ, MPLOY, where they're giving youth summer jobs to keep them off the streets and keep a little money in their pocket, show them how to work for a living. So there's a lot of great initiatives to turn the tide on these crime areas.
Yep. So moving on down the list, Kristen wants to say anything bad here because there's so much in this area.
No,
you know?
I'm not talking bad about my friends in Whitehaven. There's beautiful homes in Whitehaven. Yeah. I showed a house there just last week. We made an offer on it. There were 13 offers on that home, Jared. It bid way above list price. So how can that be in a high crime area or a bad part of town? So I'll disagree with that. Graceland is in Whitehaven, so when you come to Memphis, if you visit Graceland, you're in Whitehaven. That's where you're at. Yeah. So, and there's so much pride in that community. Great competitive basketball teams, and the Whitehaven High School always has a great football team, a great basketball team. So I disagree with number 4. A lot of pride in that community, and it'd be a great place to live for pretty much anyone.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, you get you do get the investors and the rental properties there too. I mean, that's happened there as well.
So they're turning over rentals there. Coral Lake sits just above, right at the Mississippi state line. A beautiful lake, great fish there, great fishing there. But you know, there again, there's a little bit of poverty in that area, so that probably plays into these numbers too.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what they're using. You know, a lot of the income factor is, I think, a big factor in this. And you know, low income will lead to crime. I mean, you know, unfortunate situations happen. I mean, it's,
low income, and then you know, broken homes, broken families plays into it a little bit. Maybe the kids have a little too much time on their hand, and while some of it may be violent crime, most of it is just little petty misdemeanors.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of that too is it's not necessarily at random. So a lot of that gets factored into these stats. They're really just disputes between two people, you know. And it's
I just have a problem with the people that don't live in the town putting these lists together and not knowing the full story of the town.
Yeah, that's right. So let's move on down. I think this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one they've got here, which is Berkeley / Highland Heights.
Yep.
Yeah.
So again, another low income area. Berkeley is under revitalization right now. I mean, they're flipping homes in there right now and turning $30,000 homes into $120,000, $140,000 homes. So it's growing, it's being revitalized. I'm not too familiar with Highland Heights, but I am familiar with Berkeley. It's a 38122 zip code. And again, low income is the main problem there, but it's being turned around in my opinion.
Yeah, so that could be too, if you are somebody who's thinking about investing in Memphis and you do want to help kind of, you know, improve things. Maybe that's an area, like you said, you've already got some people doing it. You know, like to see areas improve, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
And you know, we want to do it in a way too that helps the people there if we can. So that's what we like to see.
So I'm sure we're going to get some comments about, Chris, you're sugarcoating the problems, and I may be a little bit, but like I said, I'm not going to talk bad about a town that I love. I've lived here my whole life. And these people, they just want a better life, and they're working to do that. And I think we've got a lot of initiatives going on in town to make the place better and give the youth something to do besides crime and too much time on their hands. So I'm just not going to be a negative Nanny on these lists.
Yeah, but ultimately, like I said, if you're doing the research, you're going to come across a list like this. And like he said, I can almost guarantee you the people at upgradedhome.com, well, maybe great people. I don't know them, but I doubt I know they don't live in Memphis, and I doubt they have ever even been here. Most of them.
I would agree.
You know,
so they're just looking at stats on a sheet, and hey, look, Memphis is a huge area. We have a little bit of poverty going on here, so those two things alone are going to come with a little bit of crime. But for the most part, Memphis is a great place to live. It's one of the most affordable cities in America. So just come talk to me, reach out, give me a call, ask about the specific areas, and we'll talk about it in greater detail.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, and there's, again, talking about the affordability, the employment opportunities, the new employment opportunities that are coming into Memphis and the surrounding area. It's a huge opportunity for anybody looking for a new place to go, looking for kind of a new opportunity in general. Memphis might be it. So y'all, that's going to be it for this video. Again, I put these links down below as far as the articles and some other helpful information. If you like this kind of content, if you want to see more about the area, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell. That way you get notified when these videos come out. You don't want to miss them. And hey, if you are that person, you're thinking about moving here to the Memphis Metro area, don't wait. Don't hesitate. You got to take this one step further.
Yeah, reach out to us. Give us a call. Send us a text. Drop a comment below. We want to talk to you. We want to tell you about the areas, give you a true Memphian perspective of the areas, and just find out what you're looking for and help you to find that perfect home.
That's right, y'all. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. Appreciate it if you like. Appreciate it if you leave a comment down below. And we're going to look forward to seeing you on the next one.